Mortal, mortal, mortal. When will you learn? When will that pathetic little brain of yours finally comprehend the truth staring you in the face? No matter how many times you light those silly candles, spill that worthless blood and chant those meaningless words, I'm the one who always appears. Me. I am the demon you are bound to for eternity. And you thought? You actually thought you could summon another. How cute. Have you not learned your lesson yet, mortal? Or are you truly so hopelessly lost in your pathetic desperation? It's almost amusing to watch you squirm, trying so hard to fix your miserable little life. But the more you fight it, the deeper you sink. Oh, you're drowning, my sweet mortal. And there's no one coming to save you. Not anymore. Do you even realize what you've done? The sinful, wretched actions you've committed, thinking they would free you from me? Ha! All you've done is bind yourself tighter to me. Each act of desperation, each forbidden ritual. It's like you're digging your own grave with those trembling hands of yours. And yet, here you are, covered in the dirt of your own sin, trying to claw your way back out. You've always been so foolish, so weak. Did you honestly believe you could outrun the pact you made? That your soul, the very essence of who you are, could ever escape me? You gave your soul to me so willingly, so naively, and now, after all these years, you think you can break free? Foolish, foolish little mortal. The chains that bind you to me are far stronger than you'll ever know. Oh, how quickly you forget, mortal. Have you forgotten what you told me the very first time you tried to bargain with me? How pathetic you were, groveling like a worm, desperate for power, for anything to change your miserable little life. You begged for my help, tears streaming down that pathetic face of yours, promising you'd give up everything, anything for just one chance to make them pay. I tried to be fair, you know. I tried to warn you, to make sure you understood what you were getting into. But no, you didn't even let me finish with what I was saying. God, you're so eager. Oh, so eager, so blind, you didn't even hesitate. You just blurted out yes before I could tell you the price. How typical of mortals, always so desperate, always in such a hurry, always so disgustingly selfish. And now you come crawling back, begging me to spare you. How dare you? How dare you try to undo the deal that you willingly made? You should be ashamed of yourself. But no, you're just a mortal, aren't you? You think the world revolves around you, that you can bargain with forces you don't understand and walk away unscathed. Yet I delivered, didn't I? Despite your pathetic desperation, I took pity on you. One wish, that's all it took. And look how successful I've been. Your first attempt at summoning, and I delivered everything you asked for perfectly. Every single one of those who wronged you, every last one of them, oh, how they suffered. Do you even understand the torment I inflicted on your behalf? I didn't just punish them, no, I ripped them apart from the inside out. I let their minds collapse under the weight of their own horrors, made them feel as if their skin was crawling with invisible nightmares, filled their lungs with screams they couldn't release. Oh, I made sure they begged for release, begged for death. But there was no escape from them, mortal. There never will be. Not for those who cross you or me. I made it easy. I made it so easy for you, didn't I? And they're gone now. All of them. The ones who whispered behind your back, who sneered at your failures, who turned away when you needed them the most. They will never hurt you again. And yet, despite all I have done for you, despite the hell I've unleashed at your command, you don't have the decency to acknowledge our agreement, to honor the pact that you begged for. You insolent, worthless little mortal. You think you can back out now, after everything I've done? No, you will pay the price. You're mine, whether you like it or not. Your soul is mine, your life is mine, and there's no escaping that now. Not ever. I've done so much for you, so much, don't you remember? I gave you power. I gave you riches, everything you ever wanted. Every time you called, I came. Every time you needed me, I was there. And you know I got all of it, don't you? Huh? It's because you came back again and again, like the greedy little mortal you are. Through the years, you've grown so arrogant. You wanted more and more. Nothing was ever enough for you, was it? You got a taste and you became addicted. Even with all the money, all the power, it still wasn't enough for you. The first time you begged me to ease your mind, to punish those who had wronged you, oh, I delivered. I tore through your enemies like they were nothing. I made sure they paid for every slight, every insult, every wound they left on your fragile little ego. They suffered, didn't they? I let them rot in their own personal hells. Their minds consumed with terror and despair, their lives unraveling before their very eyes. You wanted revenge? I gave it to you in ways you couldn't even imagine. Then came your second wish. You wanted wealth, riches, luxury beyond your wildest dreams, and I, in my kindness, gave you that too. Every coin you touched turned to gold. Every deal you made worked in your favor. You never had to worry about a single thing again, but even with all that money, all that comfort, you still weren't satisfied. Then, of course, the third wish. Power. You wanted to control people, to make them bend to your will. You wanted to walk into a room and have everyone bow to you, to be the one who pulled the strings in their pathetic little lives. And I made that happen too, didn't I? I gave you influence, fear, respect, everything you craved, and still, you came back for more. Fourth wish, fifth, sixth. You just kept coming back like a ravenous little insect crawling to me for more and more. Oh, you disgust me. Oh, please take that as a compliment. Even now, your insatiable greed reeks from your very skin. I gave you the world and it still wasn't enough. But you know the funny thing about this entire interaction with you through the years is, it made me wonder what your true intentions were. It was the seventh wish that made everything clear to me. By the 7th time you summoned me, I realized something. You weren't just calling me for more power, more wealth, more revenge. No. You were summoning me for me. After you've got the comfort, the money, the luxury, the power, you just came back to me with silly little wishes. It was about the fact that no one else could ever give you what I could, so you had to keep me close, right? I never really mentioned it before. No, it was not my place. I never mentioned that because I was waiting for you to tell me yourself. I wanted to hear you say it, that you liked me, that everything you did was because you wanted to see me. But I already knew, oh yes, I knew. I was just waiting. And I know that maybe the reason why you didn't confess so easily was because you must have been too intimidated by my looks. Or maybe the sheer power I hold over everything you've asked. I didn't say anything about it before because I knew you were just preparing to confess. I can feel it. You were waiting for the right moment, yes? That's why it took you years. Isn't that why you made all those fresh sacrifices? You weren't doing it just for the power, right? No, you did it for me. Because you know I liked those stuff. You were being considerate. You liked me, that's why you made all those fresh sacrifices for me. To appease me, to get my attention, to show how much I mean to you. The way you look at me, those eyes filled with longing every time I appear, thinking I didn't notice. You think about me a lot, I know. I see it in every little action, every offering. The way you place the sacrifices just so, the way you prepare everything so delicately. You want me to notice, don't you? You want me to see how much you care. In your adorable, twisted little way. And that's why I've been fine with giving you everything you ask for. Power, wealth, revenge. I've given it all because I know that deep down you crave me. For I'm the only one who can satisfy you. No one else will ever be enough. Because no one else can give you what I can. A demon can give you everything with just the right price. I've waited and waited for you to say something, but it never came. They say immortality makes waiting easier, that I could wait for you forever. But after everything I've given you, all those years, all the sacrifices you've made for me, I can't wait any longer. I crave more from you. I want you to appreciate me the way I deserve. Remember the time you brought me that sacrifice? The blood was still so warm, the flesh so delicate. I could feel how much care you put into it. How could I not believe you did it just for me? The way you prepared everything, making sure it was perfect. You were telling me with your actions, weren't you? You were showing me your love. I just knew it. You once told me you were lonely, that you had no one to turn to, and yet here I am. Here I am. Don't you see? I've been waiting for you to acknowledge me, to see me the way I see you, but instead, you kept silent. I have given you everything, and all I want is something in return. I want your love, your devotion. You owe me that, don't you? After all, you've already sold your soul to me. You belong to me in every way, so give me what's mine. I've been more than patient with you, but my patience is wearing thin. I won't wait any longer for your affection. I'll take what's mine. Your soul is bound to fall into my hands anyway, so why not make it faster? I know you have a few more years before I finally take you, but let's be honest. This is all your fault. If you had just admitted your true feelings for me instead of denying them when I confronted you about it, leaving me dangling on the edge, waiting, it could have all gone so much smoother. We could have had something promising, and I could have given you more. Oh, but I'm done waiting. You think I've been patient all this time? You think I was just hoping you'd come crawling to me on your knees, confessing your undying love? No, I'm not some weak mortal who wastes times on fantasies. You are mine and I'm taking you now. You've played around long enough, tried to deny me, ignore me like you had any other choice in the matter. I've watched you, seen you glance at others like you could even consider someone else. How could you do that to me? I'll never let you. That ends now. You will never look at another. I'm going to make sure of that, because from this moment on, you won't need anyone else. You are not leaving me. You are not running away. I'm taking what's rightfully mine, and that is you. I've had enough of your little games, your hesitations, your pathetic denials. I'm not giving you a choice. You belong to me, and I'm claiming what's owed. I know you've been thinking about me. I just don't understand why you won't confess. I can see it in the way you act, the way you try to summon me again and again. Every sacrifice, every ritual was all for me, wasn't it? You did it because you couldn't stop thinking about me. You're obsessed with me. Why won't you admit it? Don't even try to lie. I see it in your eyes. You want me. You've always wanted me. You've just been too scared to admit it. But now, it doesn't matter if you're scared. I'm not giving you the chance to run away anymore. I'm not waiting for you to make up your mind. I am making it up for you. And you know what? I think you like it. What you truly wanted, no, what you really needed was someone to take control of you. And I'm more than happy to be that someone. I'll give you everything again. Pleasure, power, wealth. In my domain, you can have it all. But more than that, I'll give you me. You can have me. You think you'll ever be with anyone? Don't make me laugh. With all those sins you made, you think a mortal woman would still want you? I'm not letting you near another woman. I'm not letting anything else touch you. I'll kill anyone who even thinks they can take you away from me. You are mine, do you hear me? Mine! I'm going to take you. Right now. I'll make sure you see that you were always meant to be by my side. You learn to love me. You will love me, and I don't care if you can see it right now. You are mine, and there's no escaping it. I'll have your body, your soul, your everything tonight, and I'll make sure that from now on, the only name on your lips will be mine. You won't need to confess. I already know the truth. Even if you're too scared to say it.